Have clicked on the video how to make a table of contents. This is a quick video to show you how to set up some headings in Microsoft Office, and that will make your life a lot easier. So I've started off with this blank Word document. I've got a page, I've got actually 2 pages here just for ease of the notes. So what you're going to want to do is use styles to really manipulate the text and really make Microsoft Word work for you more than you're working for it. So what you can do is to right click on, I always start with a normal, and you're going to modify your normal document. So you can keep it as normal, but if you want to go ahead and change your Times New Roman and make it exactly what you want to, double space, you've got left only, you can add the extra space or subtract the extra space, just like that. So I want no extra space between my paragraphs. It's not bold, not italics, not anything, and it's automatic. So this is exactly what you would need to get started. So I've now changed that, and you can see it's Times New Roman. If you save this as the document that you always use, it's really helpful in the future. Now, I want to use, and you can see they've got heading 1, heading 2, and they've got all of these styles that you can choose and really quickly just from the top. It's really important to use headers to get your table of contents going. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create my heading. Now you see it's changed over here. I'm going to modify that. Now we know, and I would, if I were you, I would change this to maybe level 1. Capitalize it, make it nice and big. And we know that level 1 headings are bold, they're centered, and they're just like that, and they're black. So here's my level 1 header. So I'm going to say, let's say this is my introduction. Okay, now I'm back to normal. I'm going to set up my second heading. So this is level 2. And we know that Times New Roman, and I'm looking over here at my APA book, got the page open right to my headers. I know that it's going to be flush left, it's still going to be bold, it's going to be size 12, it's going to be black, and we know that it's going to be upper lowercase. You really can't, you have to do that automatically, or I guess you do that from your head, not really automatically from Word. So there's my level 2. So if I want to say introduction, my level 1 heading, which level 1 heading, I just click on it, retention studies. I'm going to write a little bit about retention studies, and then I'm going to come to my first level 1 head, level 2 head, sorry, and then we're going to, let's just break it down, and it's probably not something that you would do, but you'll break it down by author. So first we're going to write about Seidman, then we're going to write about Tinto, and we need to make sure that that is level 2. And then we're going to write about Aston. And then we're going to get to our next level 1, and it's going to be about international students. If you've watched a lot of these videos, you'll notice a pattern. So my level 2 is going to be international student population. And then my next level 2, actually, let's go ahead and create a level 3 heading. So I'm going to modify this. I'm going to say level 3. And we know that level 3 headings are also bold. They're left flush. You'll have to remember that you indent. They're 12, and they're black. So if I click level 3, I'm going to indent, and I'm going to say Saudi Arabia. And then I'm going to say China, and then I'm going to say India. So as you can see, this is probably a typical, or at least something that your chapter 2 is going to look like. Your headers really do affect the outcomes of your chapters and the aesthetics of your chapter. Your chapter 1 is probably going to include a bunch of level 1 heads that, you've got your background, your introduction, your purpose, your problem statement, background of study. Those are all just going to be a series of level 1 heads. And chapter 2 is really going to get into the level 1, 2, and maybe even 3 or 4 heads. And those can be included in your table of contents, at least down to the level 3 headers. So we're going to stop there. So we've got, a couple of level 1s, a couple of level 2s, and then some level 3s. So quite simply, if you have your headers already set up, making a table of contents is very easy. So you're going to go to References, Table of Contents, and you can set it up here. You can customize your table of contents. What I did was I simply did that. And then you can edit from within. So if I want this here, centered table of contents, and I want it to be not bold, but I want it to be Times New Roman and size 12. Oops. Then I've got my table of contents, and I knew there was still something off. It's in black. So here it has automatically found for you your level 1s, which are all the way over to flush left, your level 2s, which are indented in once, and your level 3s, which are indented in 3 times. And even from within here, if you talk to your chair and you decide, I don't want to include my level 3 headings in my table of contents, you can edit your own table of contents and delete those out by hand, or you can set up that customized table of contents to only capture those level 1s and 2 heads. You can make this single space. You can, right now it's double space, that's the default. You can make it 1.5 spacing, but what's really important to note is, let's say, we start adding in text and we want to add a little bit more on Seidman, which makes Tim to go to the next page. If you've done your table of contents by hand, you have to go back and do it by hand, which, as you saw in my other table videos, getting these nice ellipses lines where all of your numbers are flush right above each other, and all of your topics are flush left with equalized spacing, that takes an automatic table of contents. If you try to do this by hand, the aesthetics will not be the same. But let's say your page number changes, you click on the table and you say update table, and then you can update your page numbers, which we haven't changed where any of those are. Let's try it out. So let's move, let's say we write a lot about Aston, so we're going to move everybody down to page 3. So here's table of contents, update table, page numbers only. And then you see off to the side here that international students and international student population is down here automatically to page 3. So if you are starting your dissertation, watch my video on how to format a Word document, and watch this video setting up those headers right away. Getting your formatting set up early on can really save you some headaches at the end, especially when you're writing those chapter 2s, especially when you're doing the table of contents. It can really help you save a lot of headaches. So I hope you've appreciated this video. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you.